Smoker here. I have a interesting online battle. I'm playing Western Roman Empire. My opponent's playing the Saxons, and he has bought 15 Nordic Spearmasters and a Nordic Warlord. I have a fairly standard build. I have my Magita Militum, a number of Armigeri Defensoris that are upgraded, some missile units, some Sagittarii, Ballistarii. The Ballistarii are a little bit upgraded, 6 Scali Palatinae that are gold, 1 gold, Chevron, a Contrarii, which is a light shock cavalry, and a Cataphractari. So this is kind of a fun battle. In some sense, it's different. I like things that are different. What I don't like is just being the same again and again and again. Having said that, my build here is the same build that I played in the previous game that I uploaded, with a little bit of change to it. I put a Cataphractari, I think, there. So we're in the Pyrenees, and the first decision that I made was that I'm going to try to kite this army as much as possible, because I've got mobility advantage. I've got 9 cav units here, and skirmish units, and some reasonable melee infantry to pin down when I need to. The big mistake that I made, I think it's a mistake, is I didn't have any of my units in heavy shot. They're all just plain shot. So while they've got lots of ammo, they can still do the job. It takes a while. So here you can see the stats of the Nordic Spearmasters: an expensive unit, excellent armor, average missile block, excellent attack against cavalry. I've got a lot of cavalry. It's a pretty sturdy unit. And the Nordic Warlord. So that's the setup. I'm trying to get a little bit of a hill advantage. I'm essentially decided to bring everything up this way and to try to outflank that way. My opponent is moving directly towards me, and now it's a chance to start getting some missile fire. You see, it doesn't really do any damage up front. It's doing damage but not taking any kills. It takes a little while to break down the hit points of the armor. If we could have a look from this point of view. See my cavalry on the hill there. I'm moving all of my missile units back now, and sort of shifting my position around up onto the hill a bit more of a hill advantage. And the other thing that you can see that's happening here, maybe again we'll look from the position of my troops here, is that I can see, I was starting to outflank him with my melee troops. They're a bit tired, but I decided to charge them in. So this is a massive missile fire over there onto the advancing Spearmasters. Well, I've moved my cavalry all the way around, and I have moved in my light lancers. That's not them there though. There they are, moving in the background. And I'm trying to hit the general. The general is that unit you can see over there. But unfortunately, my lancers get interrupted. That's his general retreating, and I end up with my lancers slamming into the spear unit. These Contrarii, I should call them. They do get a lot of kills. They eventually die. I didn't manage to kill the general. I almost killed the general. You can see I lost that Contrario unit. Well, I killed only a few really there. And a few there. So there's a kind of a blob starting up here where I had advanced on him, and I'm sort of trying to do some rear charges. Over here, he's still chasing me up the hill. I got a rear charge in. We can sort of see what happens here. 60 out of 60, 99 out of 120. They've been shot at quite a bit. 89, 88. It's not dying too fast actually. I've still got 60 out of 60. 87. He's losing something there. He decided to turn around. I don't think it's worthwhile just chasing me further up that way, and he's losing a lot of units. Now that he's turned around, I can sort of shoot him in the back a bit, so I engage in a bit of that sort of stuff. His Nordic Spearmasters over here are given way because I got in some rear charges, and my own Armigeri Defensores, yeah, it's sort of holding up right against these Nordic Spearmasters. So I must confess I don't use my own. Here's my Cataphractara. I'm piss poor when it comes to shock cavalry, so I lost these guys as well pretty easily. I think I killed about that. You can see the damage that they did on that charge. I think I did get a good charge in, but they are Nordic Spearmasters. Here now they're engaged with the Armigeri Defensores. They were well damaged already. So the sort of the extent of the battle is what you see. You've got some Spearmasters down here that I'm sort of just charging at different angles with my Skylight Palatini. We've got a group, sort of a blob of units fighting here, and a sort of formation here of Nordic Spearmasters that essentially just allowed me to shoot at them and do occasional charges.
Men, run
It's
from
that
the
cavalry
enemy.
there, I
This
think.
is shameful.
So, with enough missile fire, I think I managed to soften these targets up enough that when I did hit them with the cavalry, I could do enough damage that my cavalry weren't being wasted. They're getting shot in the back a lot now, so. You can see this is pretty punishing kind of incoming fire. He's now turned around to face that fire and sort of block my cavalry, I guess, as well. Down here, I've still got 110 out of 120 Armigeri Defensores. Here's his general unit is attacking in here, the Nordic Warband. I'm charging in to the back of his general. Defensores against this Nordic Spearmasters. They're at 34, they're now broken. And I'm just sort of focusing fire, as you can see, on various units. That was not a good unit because I think I get maybe a little bit of fire in the back. I started focusing fire on these units up here and just sort of standing there alone. General here, the Nordic Warlord is still there. I still got 86 out of 120 there. Some still fairly full units of Nordic Spearmasters. Moving in my last unit of Armigeri Defensores to attack this blob. I have the uphill advantage here. Over there I'm getting a rear charge on that blob. getting occasional charges in up there, so I have my own cavalry sitting back with my archers and so forth, shooting at blobs of Nordic spearmasters. Charge in on that blob down there. I think it was about this point that these two units started wavering and
our men have given up and are running for their lives.
You can see, the rear charges do really help because they were pinned down by my armigeri defences, so the rear charges help to break them up quite quickly, even though perhaps losing a lot of cavalry. That's what's going to kind of repeat, right? So they've been pinned down by various armigeri defences. The opponent gave up at that point, I think. So that was how that turned out. It's kind of interesting to see the effect of having 15 units of Nordic spearmasters. I think if I didn't have this relatively large missile group, things could have been a lot different for me. It would have been very much a grind out fight with the armigeri defensores, which may well have ended it in his favour unless I managed to get some interesting rear charges with the Scholai Palatini and the other cav. However, he had enough units that he could potentially protect his rear guard while grinding it out with the armigeri. So, without the missile groups there, I think I would have gone a lot worse. And although I did say that I didn't use heavy shot, so that heavy shot I think might have made the game go a bit quicker. I'm not sure. Anyhow, it was kind of interesting.